The top 10 heavily guarded people in the world. When we were little, our parents always used to guard us because they were scared that our small minds would be easily convinced into doing something for someone else, or they just wanted us to be safe in general. Some people, even grown up, have to have the same type of security. This is on a whole other level. However, bulletproof cars, dozens of bodyguards, and private jets make up the security plans of these famous people around the world, who are also some of the most heavily guarded people in the world. Number 10. Queen Elizabeth II. The Queen's security powers are great, yet something of a hodgepodge. The most obvious acclaimed line of her resistance, the notable tall-hatted Queen's Guard, are for the most part known for their intricate walking exhibitions and courageous poker face during watch obligation. Yet, in reality, a long way from the joke a few vacationers accept them as, they are entirely ready to wreck you on an off chance that you violate. At that point, there's a security faculty that watches Buckingham Palace at painfully inconvenient times, who are more ordinary than the Queen's Guard and their toy regalia. Yet, then again, have been known to almost shoot the Queen on one of her late-night walks. In any case, when you extremely need to guard Her Majesty, you go to the Royal Protection Squad. This world-class Scotland Yard crew was shaped in 1983 and supposedly comprises up to 185 SAS-prepared officials with different degrees of James Bond-ness, alongside the remainder of the regal family and London's representatives. Number 9. Mohammed bin Salman. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia has been on terrible footing with his dad, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. While it would regularly be anything but difficult to pursue a sentence that way and expect that the Crown Prince's security has really been brought down, in Mohammed bin Salman's case, the inverse is by all accounts valid. Center East Eye has seen that the prince has responded to a likely decrease, or in any event, being constrained out of office, by making monstrous security arrangements around himself. He has gone through longer than a year, expanding his effect on Saudi Arabia's security organizations and the military, guaranteeing advancements to youthful officials who are faithful to him and masterminding matters so that even the higher-ups report legitimately to him. Right now, the administrators of the Saudi Royal Guard, military, land powers, air safeguard, flying corps, and naval force all report to the prince. And with the reputed 800 new official arrangements arranged before the finish of 2019, although Prince Mohammed bin Salman isn't the individual with the most gigantic security force on this rundown yet, but it won't be long. Number 8. Kim Jong-un. At the point when North Korea's Kim Jong-un visited Singapore in 2018, he was joined by an agile gatekeeper detail that appeared to be a great deal like the US Secret Service. Be that as it may, North Korea is infamous for its needless excess, and Kim's protectors are no special case. With the Secret Service has under 7,000 workers, its North Korean variant has a ludicrous 100,000. The tip-top unit is known as the Guard Command, and they basically fill in as Kim's profoundly prepared individual armed forces that reports legitimately to him. The most perfectly awesome of the best in the command become individuals from the despot's very own insurance unit, and you're probably not going to ever observe them, except if something turns out badly. The protectors seen running adjacent to Kim's limo are a different bunch of Guard Command, and the really hazardous individuals will in general mix into the shadows. We understand this sounds a ton like Kim has a variety of North Korean ninjas available to him, yet hello, now, who knows what that person? Number 7. The Pope. The Pope is both the Bishop of Rome and ex officio leader of the world. As the top of the Catholic Church and simply like the leader of the nation, he too needs the most extreme assurance. The Pope dwells in most likely one of the most vigorous defensively covered urban communities on the planet, Vatican City, a city-state by Rome, Italy. Indeed, even as you stroll through the boulevards, you can see all the apathetic watchmen wearing out-of-date defense layer, conveying similarly dated lances. The truth is out. The Pope is being secured by lances. Yet, don't be tricked. These shielded gatekeepers are really a very good quality military power, composed of top ex-Swiss fighters, who are really a very good quality military power, composed of top ex-Swiss fighters, who can repress danger in significant seconds. Besides the lances, they additionally have the best assortment of guns, shrouded away on the off chance that the need emerges. The Swiss Guard is more than 500 years of age, making it the longest-standing military on the planet, at the point when it was authoritatively established by Pope Julius II in 1506. The Watchman was really a hired fighter power that is yet as famous right up until today for probably the most unequivocal triumphs during the engagements that were occurring in and around Rome. Who better to ensure such a sacred figure than a military that has withstood 500 years of attack? Number 6. El Chapo. There are such a large number of notable names behind jail dividers, but with all that reputation, no other detainee is more intensely secured than Mr. Joaquin Guzman, the Sinaloa cartel drug ruler whom the world knows as El Chapo. El Chapo has been captured a few times and has consistently figured out ways to get away from his control. In any case, since the time he was captured again in 2016 and removed to the United States, where he presently dwells in 10 South Prison in Manhattan, New York, where the drug ruler is under watch 24 hours per day by furnished watchmen who additionally have outfitted gatekeepers looking out for him. He needs to rest in an alternate cell every night, and the canines who help monitor him additionally need to taste his food in the evenings for poisoning. Mr. Guzman even griped about his conditions in the 10 South Prison. For example, being secured in his cell for 23 hours per day, aside from legal advisor and court visits, and has been denied any outside contact with his family and the media. He unquestionably has become a supporter for jail change. However, should the sequential jail escapee who was blamed for executing thousands during Mexico's grisly drug wars and has demonstrated a history of murdering his adversaries even while carefully guarded, truly claiming such an ethical high ground is preposterous. Number 5. Ethiopian Girl. A 12-year-old young lady in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, disappeared for 7 days after she was kidnapped by 7 men who attempted to drive her to wed one of them. When she was discovered, she was being watched by 3 lions, which appeared to have pursued off her abductors. At the point when she was discovered, specialists said that the lions smoothly walked out of her way into the timberland with 0 encounter. It's supposed to be a wonder thinking that lions eat people regularly in this district. Be that as it may, the crying and whining of a little youngster could have been mixed up as a mewing of a young lion cub, which could clarify why they decided not to eat her. Regardless of whether lions can't differentiate, it is yet one of the most inspiring and respectable approaches to be secured. Other than who doesn't care to hear a tale about creatures carrying on in such a respectable and sympathetic way that we wish people would. Number 4. President Donald Trump of the U.S. The President of the United States is consistently at the head of numerous hit lists, which is a reason the security systems around Donald Trump are among the absolute best on the planet. A great many people know the Secret Service and their day-to-day endeavors to keep the POTUS safe. Yet the irritable men in dark suits and earpieces are only a little piece of the president's security detail. The 2 Air Force One planes Trump utilizes for air travel are among the most secure planes on the planet. Indeed, there are really 2 of them, and there likewise are a armada of helicopters called Marine One. At the point when you set up the entirety of this, you get a really crazy degree of security. At the point when Trump visited the United Kingdom in 2018, he was joined by 1,000 individuals from a staff, a full motorcade, and helicopters. The entire visit was painstakingly anticipated a long time by security groups of the 2 nations, and an expected 150 Secret Service operators showed up ahead of time to direct a huge security activity that incorporated a ring of steel, a gigantic hindrance raised around the property Trump visited. Goodness, and this was only a 2-day, nearly casual working visit rather than an appropriate state visit. Number 3. The couple of Jay-Z and Beyoncé. The musical empire known as Jay-Z and Beyoncé has been focused on regularly by rebel fans of different lawbreakers. After an episode in Brazil where a fan figured out how to jump in front of an audience and yank Beyoncé down to the floor, her significant other concluded that he is going to increase their security for many dollars. Jay-Z employed 5 new close-to-home safety officers to go with 5 monitors that are as of now allotted to a significant other. The music mogul bought 2 bomb-proof Latvia SUVs, the equivalent defense military-grade vehicles like those regularly utilized by previous presidents Barack Obama. Since the individual security is dealt with, the couple is investigating building a security compound around their Los Angeles house. It's estimated to cost $88 million. The redesign is going to highlight a 10-vehicle parking space, a 2-vehicle carport, and living quarters and spaces for their safety officers. And their infant kid additionally has a security detail with an expected worth of about $1 million. Gotta go through cash to ensure cash appears. Number 2. Barack Obama. The 2008 appointment of America's first African-American president, Barack Obama, was such a critical social cultural achievement for the nation that the first commemorative mint offered plates to remember Obama's introduction. However, the point at which the plate initially went available, there wasn't yet any occasion to celebrate. Obama hadn't taken the vow of office yet. While the organization has never affirmed whether its showcasing procedure was impacted by worry that Obama may be killed before he could go into this introduction, it's somewhat uncommon to celebrate and honor something that hasn't yet occurred. Normally, it prompts theory of what propelled the early discharge. Obviously, regardless of whether the organization didn't have that dread, the US central government surely did. Incredibly, Obama started accepting Secret Service security an entire 18 months before the 2008 political race occurred. Effectively, the most punctual any competitor has ever gotten such assurance. At number 1, Kanye West's kids. North West, the little girl of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, is renowned just for being destined to two big-name guardians. Regardless of what you might think about the pair, to probably some degree, they're much the same as some other people in that way that they get somewhat excessively defensive about their youngsters now and then. Or on the other hand, for this situation, actually constantly. All things considered, what number of little youngsters are you aware of who aren't the offsprings of lawmakers or sovereignty, who have their own private security detail? Kim and Kanye's 30 safety officers are accepted to make $70 to $150 per hour. North has had her own safety officer from early stages, and her folks purchased a $1 million vehicle just to drive her around. We hope you like this video. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell icon to be notified, and like the video. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay safe.